Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name is Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. You know what's funny? I have heard so many theories and rumors as to why I got interested in skincare. A lot of people think that I never struggled with bad skin in my life, or a lot of people thought that I only got interested in it because of YouTube or because I struggled with acne. So many different things, but the real reason that I got so invested into skincare, I started discovering the world, I fell in love with it, is because of premature aging. Yeah, who would have thought? So if you haven't been watching my videos for a while, which I don't blame you, if you haven't, I try to simplify skincare information as much as I can and give some helpful advice, but I don't often talk about what I've personally struggled with my skin. And honestly, I do this purposefully because I feel like it's kind of irrelevant. Like, this is just my skin. This is not your guys' skin. Anything that I struggle with in my skin is nowhere near a reflection of what the majority of people experience. And I also don't want to be that person that's like, oh my God, this product right here changed my skin, therefore it will work for everyone. I like to focus more on information, accessibility, and making recommendations that I know as many of you guys as possible can access. One of the main reasons I became so passionate about skincare is because I was struggling with premature aging. Now, let me give you a short story of my unfortunate introduction into skincare. I grew up on a cattle ranch. The concept of sunscreen was something like you would only do if maybe you were going to the beach or you were in the snow for a long time. Otherwise, there was no concept of sunscreen, let alone the rest of a skincare routine. I literally grew up not using skincare products, and that continued into college. And fun fact about me, I like to overwork and stress myself. For some reason, I like it a little bit too much. In my first year of college, I was really stressed, really unhealthy, and sleeping about 3 hours a night, also while not using skincare. And it wasn't until I had close friends and people in my life come up to me and say, Hyram, you're starting to look really old. You're aging really quickly. You should probably start taking care of your skin before it's too late. And I remember looking in the mirror and realizing that I had deep set lines on my forehead, underneath my eyes, to the point where I looked a lot older than I was. Like, I look back at pictures. I don't know if I want to include any in this video because they're kind of embarrassing, but you can see the lines on my head. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try skincare out. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe it's not just creams for fancy older ladies. I started using skincare and the results were amazing. Obviously never going back to that dark place. But yeah, I fell in love with skincare because of the results I saw in reducing my premature aging. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about premature aging and give some helpful tips, recommendations from someone who has struggled with wrinkles. Give you some helpful tips and recommendations from someone who has struggled with wrinkles as a teenager. That's definitely on my resume. And more than anything, because recently I've been seeing so many comments from teenagers, people who are 15, 16, 18, 20, saying that they are already struggling with premature aging. And it's kind of a taboo because I cannot tell you how many times I've been told, oh, you don't need an anti-aging product. You don't need a retinol, you're young. And I'm like, Brenda, do these Grand Canyons on my forehead look like they give a fuck? And people only talk about wrinkles and give recommendations for them for an older clientele. Very few people actually target and focus on premature aging, which is something that so many people struggle with, let alone the fact that we're all gonna age. So we may as well take as best care of our skin to make sure it is always beautiful and healthy. So let's get into it. This video is also sponsored by First Aid Beauty, one of my favorite skincare brands, so stay tuned to learn more about that. Funny enough, as I was thinking of ideas for videos for some reason, and I found this old video where I gave anti-aging tricks, and when I tell you, I was cringing so fucking hard. Anti-aging hack number 1, moisturizing. This may seem obvious to some and not so obvious to others, but one of the biggest factors in aging is dryness of the skin. Oh my God, the embarrassment, I really want to take it down. Why did anyone subscribe to me? I do not understand. So in this video, we're definitely overdue for a redo. So there are 4 different aspects to fighting premature aging within your skin. The first, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know what's coming, baby. It's headed your way.
Sunscreen!
Yeah, bitch, you knew I was gonna say it. Sunscreen is the most important part of a skincare routine. I literally feel like a broken record because I say that so many fucking times, but people don't get the hint. 90% of premature aging is due to sun exposure alone. 90%, which means that you really want to cover up from the sun, not just when you go to the beach, not just when you're out for a day, every single day, whether you're inside or outside, sunscreen is a must. I think a myth and misbelief a lot of people subscribe to is that if they don't burn, they don't need to wear sunscreen because their skin can handle it. And unfortunately, a lot of people of color and Black people have also been told the narrative that they don't need to use sunscreen, which is absolutely false. Everyone needs to use a sunscreen. It's just the critical part of the routine, no matter what skin tone you have. There is this amazing picture of a truck driver whose face was half exposed to sun and whose other side of the face was in the truck and wasn't exposed. And it is fascinating because you can literally see the difference that sun exposure alone makes. And I have met so many older, beautiful people that just have stunning skin. And when I ask them what their trick is, they always tell me that sunscreen was a huge part of their daily routine. And funny enough, This is the step that most people skip out on in a routine. I cannot tell you how many times I've run into subscribers or met people where they're talking about their skin concerns. I ask them what they're using, and they're using a cleanser, exfoliant, toner, moisturizer, serum, face spray, and then I ask about a sunscreen, and I'm like, you gotta fix that, bro. And I know all of you guys who are watching right now do use sunscreen, but on the chance that you don't, I highly, highly recommend one. I've made videos talking about my favorite sunscreens in the past. Just find one, please. The second step is to focus on collagen production. Now, collagen is a component in our skin that essentially helps to ensure our skin's strength, its elasticity, to make sure we stay plump, youthful, smooth. Collagen is a necessary component of our skin, and as we age, collagen production will decrease and we'll experience collagen breakdown. And when we experience collagen breakdown, we will start to see things like saggy skin, wrinkles, lines, no more elasticity. Introducing the product and sponsor of today's video, the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Firming Collagen Cream. Now, you guys are no strangers to First Aid Beauty. They are on my channel pretty much almost in every single video. I love the brand so much. They're one of my favorite skincare brands out there. And if you watch a lot of my videos, you will see me recommending the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. This one I love because it helped resolve my eczema when my hands would crack and bleed, and this was just the miracle cream that I used. But they recently added a new product to their collection, and it is the Firming Collagen Cream. Now, when they first introduced this to me, I was a little bit skeptical because I was like, collagen, I don't know about that. Actually, you know, instead of just waving these products, I'm gonna put them up here. Boom! Oh no, did I just break that? Oh no, I didn't. I was initially skeptical because I don't buy into the belief that topical collagen applied on the skin will be effective in treating aging. However, this includes ingredients that help to support the skin's natural process of producing collagen, which is very different. Now, don't get me wrong, this does have collagen, you know, in case the benefits are legitimate, but more than that, it has other ingredients that I love that, in my opinion, work way better to boost collagen production within the skin. It features some of my favorite ingredients like niacinamide and peptides, both of which boost the skin's natural ability to produce collagen. It has panthenol, colloidal oatmeal, squalane, ceramides, green tea extracts, so many good ingredients that do naturally help to boost the health of the skin, reinforce it, and help to ensure that that collagen production stays steady. And regardless of whether it's named collagen or not, the ingredients are amazing. The moisturizer feels great. The reason I like it is because it definitely at first appearance looks like a very rich, thick cream, but it actually blends out quite nicely onto the skin and absorbs quickly, and it does feel like a rich moisturizer, but actually not quite as heavy as the Ultra Repair Cream. So if you're someone who actually used the Ultra Repair Cream and found that it was a little bit heavy for your skin, I do recommend the Firming Collagen Cream, particularly for the face, because it has a little bit more of a lightweight consistency. That being said, I still loved using it overnight, and you know I love to use those rich creams overnight. And it's great, I love it. First Aid Beauty is one of those brands that's amazing, but particularly if you have sensitive skin, is a really good choice. I love all their products. They're cruelty-free, their products are fragrance-free, and you can find this product or their others at Ulta, Sephora, or firstaidbeauty.com. If you are interested in getting this moisturizer, you can find the links in the description box below. And thank you so much, First Aid Beauty, for sponsoring this video. It's always cool to work with like one of your favorite brands, and it's been an awesome experience, so thank you. So yes, focusing on collagen is important to make sure that you don't struggle with premature aging, because as much as we want to undo damage, we want to first make sure to take the steps to prevent damage as long as possible, because skincare is mostly about prevention and less about getting rid of the problem, if you feel me. Third tip is a beautiful combination where I saw incredible results within my skin, making sure you're properly exfoliating and using a retinol. Both have amazing benefits. Exfoliation helps to ensure that you're getting rid of all the dead skin cells on your face, that you're not going to break out, that your skin isn't going to look dull, and that over time those dead cells aren't building up and preventing healthy skin cells from having their moment. Retinol is important because it helps to get rid of so many types of damage within the skin. And like it or not, all of our skin has damage in some form, and using retinol is an amazing way of not only ensuring you're getting rid of the past damage, but it's one of the most well-researched ingredients out there. And the reason I recommend this combination is because some people think that exfoliating and retinol are the same. They're not. And in my opinion, they work so well alongside each other, because when you exfoliate, you're getting all those dead skin cells off, clearing the way for retinol to be able to rapidly increase the cell turnover rate and bring new fresh baby skin cells to the surface. I started noticing incredible results when I followed this syncopation. One night using a gentle chemical exfoliant. The next night, just moisturize or focus on barrier repair. And the next night after, use a retinol that not only focus on moisture, but also prevent damage. I swear by the results, and anyone who does struggle with premature aging, this is usually the combination I recommend, because you'll just see such amazing transformative effects like what I saw in my skin. And then my last recommendation, which this one honestly kind of changed the game for me in terms of preventing and reducing the premature aging that I was already experiencing. I grew up in a family that was very expressive. We were constantly making facial expressions, silly faces, we're just very animated. If there's anything necessary necessarily wrong with that. But I noticed a significant benefit to my skin when I stopped scrunching up my face as much, and I instead learned to control some of my facial movements. Now, you guys know me. I am very expressive still to this day, but I try not to crease up my forehead very much. I try not to squint my eyes, and I've noticed such a benefit because of it, because I really think that that was a contributor to premature aging. Now, is this me saying that you need to stop smiling, act depressed, completely change your whole personality just to have good skin? Yeah, bitch. I'm kidding. And it really does come down to what's most important to you. Some people really don't mind that they have expression lines, and that's totally okay. I'm someone who doesn't mind smiling lines. Like, I do have minimal smiling lines, and I'm okay with it because that means I'm happy. That means I'm living a good life, but at the same time, I don't want this face to look like beef jerky. There can be a balance, and I really noticed improvement when I controlled my face a little bit more, still being expressive while not overly creasing my face. And those are all my recommendations. What do you guys think? I am so curious to hear your thoughts. I know these seem a little bit unconventional and maybe not like things most people would recommend, but honestly, these are the things that have made the biggest impact in my skin and that I see tend to work really, really well with other people as well, and what I also see dermatologists recommend. But if you have any advice, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear if you have anything to also contribute to the conversation, because I know a bunch of people are going to be reading through those comments looking for as much advice as they can get. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.